All right, here we are, Arches National Park in the springtime. This hike is pretty easy. Right off the main road, as you get past the Balanced Rock turnoff, you'll see a right-hand turn that goes to the Garden of Eden in a double arch and turret arch. This specific hike is coming from the parking lot at the end of that road and heading kind of north. Double arch is south from the parking lot. Turret arch, south window, and north window is indicated by the sign or just north of the parking lot. It's all pretty flat, just like this trail is here. Pretty well maintained and paved in a lot of areas, and artificial steps put in. All in all, as long as you're not in the middle of the day, in the middle of the summer, this should be a pretty easy hike for families, adults, whoever. So all right, got to Turret Arch. It is gorgeous from almost every direction when you're at this arch. Really easy to get to. And I've heard at some parts of the year it is relatively crowded here because the trail is pretty well maintained. It's pretty flat. You can see the parking lot there in a distance. It's not too far of a walk hike to get here. Now, just to let you know, if you have kids, things like that, they'll want to climb up here. If you look at the arch itself from underneath, you will see some what looks like kind of big loose boulders that could fall at any moment, and they're kind of just precariously kind of wedged in there. Yep, that's part of the experience. They may come down in the future, they may not, maybe hundreds of years, but just know that if you're going to go try to hang out underneath the arch and get a photo. So here's another weird thing with this trail. It's all well marked. There's a bunch of stuff to see, but that turret arch in the south window, I'm assuming that's the south window right there in front of us, because a lot of the stuff wasn't marked when you got up to it, just kind of the trails being marked. And we decided to also just keep going down this trail. Even though it said turret arch was further down the trail, we're pretty sure we're standing underneath it. And decided to take the primitive trail, which actually loops back all the way to the parking lot. It just goes to around the back side of the turret arch. We're just underneath, and that's what you're seeing right here. And yep, you see it right there. Actually, with the arch that I was standing underneath is the north window. The primitive trail goes to the south window, and I'll be quite honest, I don't think I ever found it. There was another arch on the back side here next to the window, the north window, I guess, that I was standing underneath. And I guess Turret Arch was that rock formation that was in front of us, but there's over 2,000 named arches actually in Arches National Park. And yeah, they're all good to see. So I still would recommend this trail, even though I was kind of mistaken on what the south window, north window was, and the Turret Arch was. Okay, so that's kind of the whole trail here. Actually, we go for probably another mile, mile and a half on this primitive trail. You see all of these really, really cool rock formations. You'll see a couple other arches, probably the north or south window, probably some other named arches that aren't actually marked on the trail, because again, there are over 2,000 named arches in Arches National Park. But this is pretty much the entire primitive trail. It is kind of this material. Not really marked. You'll see some other people on it. It is pretty flat, and there is nothing scary about this as you get back to the parking lot. No real things to scramble up or down, no cliff ledges or anything like that. So if you have kids and they have a lot of energy and they like to hike and kind of want to take the long way back to the parking lot, this is definitely the way to go. And with that, if you liked what you saw here, please give me some likes, maybe some comments, and if you could be so kind, please subscribe. It helps me make new videos and also understand what everyone wants to see and hear about as well. So until next time, I'll catch you in the next video.